Go ahead. Turn it up. It's the Record Machine Show with your host, Jimmy Howe.
Come together, find a common cause. Let's start a new vibration. Set yourself, don't lose yourself, no. With change there's always patience. Don't let it go, keep that fire burning. Take the higher ground. Stand up, stay strong, stand high, stand tall. Listen to the sound. Listen to the sound. Listen to the sound. Let the music take control. Rhythm, body, mind, and soul. Let the music take control. Let Lucy take you to a higher ground. Use your energy, set your mind free. Let Lucy take you to a higher ground. Use the energy, set your mind free. Got Lucy dying in the studio, laying down the fat rhythm.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome singer-songwriter Michael Brown. Michael, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Where are you at today?
I am at my apartment in Glens Falls in New York.
Oh, okay. You're from New York? Is that where you're originally from?
Yeah, originally from upstate New York, Saratoga Springs, Albany area.
Oh, nice. That's pretty cool. I'm originally from New Jersey.
Oh, okay, not too far off then.
Yeah, I live in North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, though, now.
Oh, nice. Good choice.
Yeah, I moved down here in 2018.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So how do you know Lucy?
I met Lucy when I moved to California to pursue an entertainment career.
Oh, okay.
And then we dated for a little over 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and then we, of course, played in a band together, and we did a bunch of acting work together.
Cool. Now, tell me about your musical background. When did you first get involved in music?
I got involved in music kind of late in the game. I didn't really pick it up until I was maybe 15 or 16, and at that point, I was just dabbling and teaching myself slowly what felt good and sounded good. But I have an older brother that was always a musician since age 7. He played multiple instruments. So I think that certainly influenced me to want to try it myself and kind of go about it in my own way.
That's cool. Now, do you play instruments?
Yes. Yeah, I play guitar.
Mm-hmm.
I do percussion, and then I also am a vocalist.
Very nice. Now, I believe every band or artist is influenced by someone. Who are some of your musical influences?
Um, I tend to listen, or as I grew up, I didn't dive deep into the music scene. I honestly was listening to the radio a lot, and it was mostly just the top 40s that would come on, or the greatest hits. And honestly, I really fell in love with a lot of the classical rock era. Of course, the alternative music that came throughout the 90s and early 2000s. And it was really just a mixture of all of that. I didn't gravitate necessarily to certain bands, but I loved hearing more. So, I mean, it was a collection of everything I heard. And then, reggae music was always a lot of fun when I listened to it, because it was the most upbeat I felt, listening to it as a kid. And so that always kind of rang a bell in me, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. You a Bob Marley fan?
Yeah. I listened to a lot of Bob Marley as I grew up. That certainly had a big influence on me. He was primarily the number one reggae artist that I knew, as a kid. And then slowly I taught myself more and more and dived deeper into the artist.
Yeah, they had a trailer on during the football game yesterday. There's a brand new movie coming out about Bob Marley. It's going to be in theaters in February. Yes,
I've seen the trailer, and I've avoided it mostly because I know I'm going to go see it. And from the pieces that I've seen, I was absolutely in love with just the feeling of it, and just the cinematography that I saw, the music that I heard, the actors that I see playing. I'm very excited for the film.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go see it too. I'm a big fan of his as well. I love reggae music too. And he was great. He's like the Elvis of reggae, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. And at one point in time, I believe this is maybe 2018 or 2019, I had the opportunity. I was working with Lucy Morningstar and Lucy Morningstar Band, and we got to open for the Wailers when they were touring. And so that was a very special moment, just to finally get, kind of just to meet some of the original musicians that were still playing at the time, and just to be in the room with that type of energy and music was a real blessing.
Yeah, it sounds amazing. Now, this podcast is going to feature the single Passion, your collaboration with Lucy Morningstar. How did this collaboration come about?
Well, at the time, we were touring in New York City, and I was accompanying Lucy, and we had stopped at a recording studio, a friend of her, Andre's studio in New York City, and we were just kind of playing around with some ideas. She had some tracks that she had laid down previously, and we went in and we just started exploring, and all of a sudden we came up with this really fun rhythm, and just the energy was right. And I started writing some lyrics to it. And next thing you know, I'm in the sound booth and I'm recording vocals, and they're mixing it, and Lucy's playing guitar, and two other musicians just showed up and all of a sudden started kind of jumping in and adding a little here and there. And it was a real organic, just collaboration of artistry that came together, and all of a sudden we had this beautiful finished product.
Now, the song Passion, what's the story behind the song?
So when I wrote it, I was going through a lot of, I think, kind of hardship at the time. I was living in California. I was pursuing an acting career. I had moved out there, by myself, not knowing anyone. And I think that influenced me to really kind of focus in on some of the, universal hardships that some people have to go through. And I felt like focusing in on how to keep positive, how to keep encouraging yourself and others around you. And that really inspired me to write, to basically write about how you can keep going and how important it is to stay positive.
Very cool. Now, will there be any more collaborations with Lucy Morningstar in the future?
Yes. There's definitely going to have. We're going to be working together more in the future. We have more songs that we want to record and certainly, create together. Currently, being in New York, it's not hard. It's not hard to work long distance, but certainly next time I'm in California or vice versa, if she's touring in New York, we're definitely going to collaborate.
Yeah, she's amazing. She's a very talented artist and a great person as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. Lucy really has this vibrant energy and just passion to her that just overflows. She's great to be around, great to work with.
Definitely. Now, how do you approach songwriting? What's your creative process like?
My creative process with songwriting, I think it first starts with listening to the music itself. So I figure out whatever track that we're working on. I really just dive deep into it and I listen to it as much as I can, and I focus in on what the musical message is kind of telling me as I hear it. And a lot definitely comes through with just music in itself. Mm-hmm. But once you really start just focusing in on just the tones and everything you hear, I think the message inside, I think we all have a message inside we want to say and we want to share. And so I think that just comes out organically. That
makes sense. Now, where do you draw inspiration from your lyrics?
I draw inspiration, I think, from everything I experience. I tend to try to live my life very openly and without like a rigid schedule or plan. And I feel like that puts me in certain situations and environments and opportunities that are inspiring in themselves. And just being that open and allowing the universe to just kind of show you what it has to offer, I think that gives me enough inspiration to really tune in and share what I need to share.
Nice. Now, besides Passion, are you currently working on any other music? And if so, when can we expect it?
I do have several other songs I'm working on. I don't have a release date yet for it. I currently, on top of being an artist, as far as a musician, I'm also a writer. So I've been focusing in on a couple screenplays that I'm working on. But I think a lot of my music, I hope to release by the end of 2024.
Nice.
So I'm going to loosely put that as my time frame.
Now, besides being a musician, I understand you're also an actor and a member of SAG-AFTRA. How did you first get involved in acting?
Acting was my first passion. As I grew up, I knew I wanted to be an entertainer of some sort, and acting is definitely something that interested me. So throughout my entire childhood, I was involved in any type of production I could find. I was in all the plays and any drama and improv classes and anything I can get my hands on. And in my early 20s, I was still in New York, and I found myself working more than I was creating. So I lost the balance of being as creative and doing my acting as I wanted to. And so I made the move to just go straight to California and just dive into the acting scene, start meeting people, and just see what I could get accomplished.
Nice. Now, what are some of the roles that you've played?
I've been in some fun TV shows. I'm in a Nickelodeon show called Game Shakers. Mm-hmm. I've done a stint on Tosh.0.
Nice.
I actually worked an episode of Tosh.0 with Lucy Morningstar.
Very cool.
So that was a joy. That was a lot of fun. And then just a handful of shows that you can find on Netflix, like Judd Apatow's Love. I'm also on the first and second season of Westworld. And there's a handful of fun shows that I've been involved with, both as an actor or as far as production work as well. So it's always a lot of fun to be involved with shows that are popular and that are out there and that are just fun to be involved with.
Nice. Now, are you currently working or auditioning for any parts now?
I'm not currently. I still have my management and my agent, but they are located on the West Coast. So in a sense, I stepped back from, I guess, my nonstop pursuit of acting, which is what I was doing at one point. Mm-hmm. And now I'm just more focused on getting my writing accomplished. I'd like to have a screenplay, at least one of the screenplays I'm working on, published by the end of 2024 as well. So that's been my my majority focus. But I still have auditions that come in here and there, and thankfully in this day and age, most auditions are done virtually, so I can just record it wherever I am and send it in, and
nice.
And we go from there.
Now, the song "Passion," will there be a music video for that, and will you and Lucy appear in the video?
You know what? Lucy and I did talk about making a music video to that. It's definitely on my list. I would love to put the visuals that I have in mind for it, and make that a reality. I don't have a time frame as far as when we would get that done, but it's definitely on my list.
Yeah, I mean, you're the actor, right? So, I mean, I could see you doing a music video, like a real music video, not like just a lyric video. You know what I mean?
Certainly, yeah.
I think it would look pretty cool, and Lucy's an actor as well, so you guys would probably work well together in that.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
Now, what are your plans for the year 2024? What do you got lined up?
So I have a screenplay I'll be published that'll have published by the end of the year. I'm also in the works of writing a children's book.
Oh, nice.
So I plan to have that published as well and available by the end of 2024.
Title?
And then, I don't have a title yet.
Okay. What's it about?
Basically, it's a children's book, and it's going to be, instead of like an array of children, it's really going to be an array of animals.
Oh, okay.
And these animals are going to be going through, real life situations that children, let's say ages, like 4 to 10, would typically go through. Mm-hmm. And it's mainly going to focus on just self-encouragement, positivity, and just getting through obstacles when you're young. And I think that type of message and that type of writing put into, animation of animals that kids love and relate to, I think that would really help them absorb that type of positivity and encouragement in themselves.
Sounds cool.
For later down the line. Yeah.
Nice. And you said you plan on writing some more songs or putting out some more songs as well, right?
Yes. Yeah. And then I would like to finish the several songs that I have in the works. So next year, 2024 is going to be a big year.
Nice. Now, do you have a website you'd like to promote?
I don't have my own website right now that I'm promoting at this time. I would encourage anyone that's a music lover out there to, of course, check out my song Passion. And you can find that through Lucy Morningstar's website, which is lucymorningstar.com.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you should make a Michael Brown music page on Facebook, and that could be like your website. You could post all your music related or your acting or your book stuff on there as well.
Absolutely, yeah. That'll be coming as well in 2024.
Nice. Now, is there anything you'd like to mention that we didn't talk about tonight?
Not that I can really think of. I certainly appreciate being on the show. and having you, ask more about my background and my career.
Well, you're welcome. It's been a pleasure chatting with you. I'm glad Lucy made the introduction. Like I said, she's a great gal and very talented musician, and she thinks highly of your songwriting skills in this performance on this song as well.
Yes, thank you.
Well, Michael, like I said, it's been a pleasure chatting with you, and when you got more stuff coming out, like the book or more songs or anything like that, if you want to come back on the show, let's stay in touch. I'd love to have you back on.
Thank you, James. Yes, I'd love that too.
That'd be awesome. Well, you take care. Have a great night and have a great holiday season, all right?
Thank you. Likewise. You as well.
All right. Stay in touch, all right?
All righty.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Come together, find a common cause. Let's start a new vibration. Set yourself, don't lose yourself, no. With change there's always patience. Don't let it go, keep that fire burning. Take the higher ground. Stand up, stay strong, stand high, stand tall. Listen to the sound. Listen to the sound. Listen to the sound. Let the music take control. Rhythm, body, mind, and soul. Let the music take control. Let Lucy take you to a higher ground. Use your energy, set your mind free. Let Lucy take you to a higher ground. Use the energy, set your mind free. Got Lucy dying in the studio, laying down the fat rhythm.
The Record Machine Show is a weekly radio podcast produced by Jimmy Howell Productions. All rights reserved. For information regarding distribution or adding this podcast to your website, please visit our contact page at therecordmachineshow.com to submit your request. Thanks for listening. See you next time on The Record Machine Show.
The Record Machine Show.